45. Dear Kiddo, take my hand into darkness. Misadventures with Mom, wishing for you. After leaving Seaside, Oregon with its fish-scented hotels and existential phone calls, I headed south along the California coast. The drive was cinematic. Redwood National Forest towering above me, the Pacific stretching out endlessly to my right, and the sweet relief of knowing that, for now, Mom was not within a 500-mile radius. I made my way into the Bay Area, where I met up with my good friend Lotte. From there, we set off for Yosemite, because nothing heals the soul quite like granite cliffs and not being emotionally terrorized. Yosemite was stunning. Lotte and I hiked, ate snacks that somehow tasted better just because we were outside, and stared at Half Dome like we were having a religious experience. Nature was working its magic. After dropping Lotte back off, I continued my journey, crossing Nevada's endless desert until I arrived in Helper, Utah. My plan was to study painting with an artist I had represented back in Santa Fe. Helper was a quiet, artsy little community, the kind of place where people actually knew their neighbors and didn't immediately assume they were serial killers. And yet, despite how much I was enjoying it, I started to miss home. I missed my friends. I missed my family. And yes, God help me, I even missed Mom. So, like a moth to a highly dysfunctional flame, I decided to return to Santa Fe for the holidays. Now, Mom and I had a lot of wounds to tend to. Gaping, infected, barely stitched together wounds. But, to my absolute shock, we actually did great with it. Well, sort of. She still wouldn't admit she'd done anything wrong, of course. Mom admitting fault was like trying to get a cat to take a bath. Not happening. But she seemed to understand in some vague, cosmic way that she had irreparably damaged our relationship. So we had a special time. We even went to the Santuario de Chimayo, a famous church known for its supposed healing powers. People say it's a magical place, and I suppose it must be, because there we were, holding hands, having an actual moment of intention. We wished for you, and this wasn't the first time. Back in Ireland, I had sat on the wishing stone, fully leaning into the mystical tourist trap experience, and had my own intentional moment. I wished for something that would bond me to Mom, something that would repair our relationship. In hindsight, what the hell was I thinking? At this point, it was clear there was nothing that could happen to fix us. We were like a shattered vase that had been glued back together too many times. Held together, sure, but with visible cracks everywhere. And yet, funny how that happens. Mom had endometriosis and had always claimed she couldn't get pregnant. And for the entirety of our relationship, that seemed to be the case. But just as we had that one moment of hope, that fleeting second of something pure, Mom did what she always did. She sabotaged it, usually by sleeping with other men, or at the very least, dating them with the clear potential of sleeping with them. At this point, it was getting real old. And yet, despite it all, I still couldn't shake her from my imagination. Mom was like an invasive species in my brain. No matter how many times I thought I had pulled her out by the roots, she just kept coming back.